Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today. And as you may know, I don't know if you know, but I'm sure you do, the Snyder Cut has officially been released. I watched it a few days ago with a buddy of mine, Adrian. We did a reaction. It's all up on BitChute. Thank you to everybody that watched it, by the way. I know if I don't edit stuff, it just doesn't get as many views, but my computer is garbage, and if I edited that 4-hour movie, I would have to do multiple parts, obviously, or I would have to cut out a lot of really good stuff. That would literally take me all day, like the entire day, to do that. And even though I like views, I also don't like being frustrated. I really don't like being frustrated when I don't need to. So yeah, my computer's crap. I am getting a new computer soon, and hopefully it'll be a good editing one. It seems like it would be. But anyway, I hope soon also. I don't know how everything's going with the graphics card shortages. I have no idea. I'm half expecting not to get that computer ever. So anyway, we're here to look at the Justice League Snyder Cut. All differences from the theatrical version, which you can't cover in an 11-minute video. But this is from IGN. So yeah, I thought this would be a good one. It has a lot of likes and stuff. I was just on IGN. I saw this video. I was like, you know what? I haven't watched one yet, and I have my video stuff out, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to watch it. So let's go. Let's see all the differences. I'm sure they'll explain the differences more so than actually show them exactly. But let's find out. Let's find out the differences, because while I was watching the movie, it was very hard for me not to go, I'm pretty sure that's different. Pretty sure that's that. I'm pretty sure every reaction probably did that. So it was very hard not to. Anyway, let's go. Or now let's go. There we go. There we go. We figured it out.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is finally here,
yes,
and it is a markedly different film.
Yeah, I even at then I was like, yeah. In the original, they just looked at like all the grown shit.
Various reshoots and edits, but now that Snyder's original vision has been restored,
that shit out completely.
The biggest differences between the two Justice League films. So here's a breakdown of everything that changed from one cut to another, including the format, the story, the
part where he puts the hot dog is,
and how it all wraps up in the end.
Laugh my ass off. I was like, what the yeah, that shot was good. That was a solid shot.
Let's get the big stuff out of the way first. One thing you could not miss, the theatrical version was rated PG-13, but the Snyder Cut is rated R for violence and some language. And
bam!
Definitely earns it with tons of blood, and both Batman and Cyborg saying "F***." Instead of going standard widescreen like the theatrical release, the Snyder Cut opts for a 4:3 ratio, which is why it's presented in that square, full-frame look that Snyder is so fond of. The Snyder Cut score by Thomas Holton,
a little weird, but you kind of forget about it.
XL, was replaced by Danny Elfman's for the theatrical release, but now it's back along with some new songs. Justice League was trimmed down to 2 hours for the theatrical
This one's
version,
double the length.
The Snyder Cut clocks them at 4 hours and 2 minutes, divided into 6 chapters. Filling much of the Snyder Cut's hearty
I heard it was 8 before like it came out, but I guess I misheard that. I guess because there's an intro and then an epilogue, so 8 altogether. Obliterating it in the original cut.
Bigger fight with the Amazons, and the Mother Box Temple crumbles into the ocean.
Yeah, we never see that.
On the Justice League.
Damn, he's going through him quick.
And the battle below Stryker's Island Penitentiary is beefed up as well. It's notable how the theatrical cut had brighter coloring, and the final battle was shaded in red.
So ugly.
The new version has Snyder's
ugly
saturated colors, and that red filter is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
And one of the major things Zack Snyder wanted to do with his version of Justice League was to have the film reflect the darker, more serious tone of his previous movies. Warner Brothers, with the Joss Whedon,
felt like it was a little bit lighter in tone.
MCU shtick by giving it a
just a little
less grim vibe and more jokes.
Do you bleed? There's a lot of jokes in this movie, though. Oh,
Those are all excised from the much more dramatic Snyder Cut, although it does still have a sense of humor,
that Bat Tank was a little upset, not gonna lie.
As the main tone of the film is the dread of the
literally see it for like 12 seconds.
Overcome by the blossoming hope of the heroes.
Who's gonna say it? I'm not gonna say it.
What? Yeah. Superman! There he is, little baby Superman. I wish he came back and he was actually that small.
Now that we've covered the basic
Tell me,
differences,
do you
let's
read?
dig into the story and how the heroes of the Justice League themselves differ between the two versions. The theatrical cut started with those cute podcast kids filming Superman, Superman's funeral,
that scene is so
and the
terrible.
world mourning his loss. That
It's a good idea. It was terrible. Oh yeah, with Holt McCallany. For some reason, he was in this. This is actually kind of a cool scene, a little bit. Just look very gothic.
None of that is part of the Snyder Cut, which starts following Superman's
Starts with
scream,
10 minutes of Superman screaming.
That reverberates across the DC universe and wakes up the mother boxes. This is of vital importance because
that's the reason why he shows up.
Now we know it was the mother boxes that signaled to Steppenwolf and his master Darkseid that the planet was vulnerable without Superman there to protect it.
Mother boxes, a bunch of snitches.
Searching for Aquaman, but at this point he's just on a mission to recruit allies, and it's not until later when Wonder Woman tells him about Darkseid that he learns there are, you know, actual aliens invading the world.
Well, Superman's technically
the Bruce and Diana arc that formed the spine of the theatrical cut is gone.
Though.
Instead, the Snyder Cut focuses on the bond forming between the entire team. As for individual character beats, in the Snyder Cut, Batman has a couple tech side quests between his energy-absorbing gauntlets and fixing his flying fox.
Oh, even the scene where Diana and Alfred make
Batman's
tea.
Character
like,
arc that started in Batman v Superman is now paid off as he went from that lowest of lows to finally being the more hopeful and optimistic one. Plus, we get a ton more Alfred scenes, and those are all priceless.
Yes.
That's probably enough tea.
Dude, Jeremy Irons as Alfred is
for Superman,
perfect.
Most of Henry Cavill's scenes
so
were shot by Whedon for the theatrical version to better fit that film's lighter tone. And most famously,
she's
Cavill was
she's
not
looking at the
allowed
mustache.
To the mustache he was sporting while filming Mission Impossible Fallout, so it was digitally removed to questionable success. The questionable Superman joining the final battle and flying off to save people with Flash. People like that Russian family, but that's all gone.
Weird.
Whereas in the Snyder Cut, there's more time spent exploring the aftermath of his return. As Superman walks back through the Kryptonian ship and dons a comics-accurate black suit, there's a new scene where he meets Alfred and he stays put.
That was the deleted scene, I think, right?
As for Lois Lane, in the
maybe it wasn't. I think there was different.
Lois mourned the death of Clark and got called thirsty by Martha Kent.
That was it.
In the Snyder Cut, she leaves her job.
To be fair, in the Snyder Cut, she still mourns. That's pretty much all of her role is until Superman shows up, which is not Martha Kent.
Martha in this scene was actually the Martian Manhunter.
I don't.
From the theatrical version. He's now added back in, revealing General.
I don't think he was supposed to.
Steel is actually the shape-shifting hero from Mars.
Okay, actually, pause that. If people maybe I misheard. I thought I heard that he wasn't actually in the movie. They just reshot it a few months ago to make it. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that scene was in it, and then you don't see him again. But you do see him. Spoilers, obviously. At the end, you do see him. I'm sure everybody watched by now. I could be wrong. But I thought he wasn't actually originally in the theatrical cut. The one that was supposed to go to theaters. This one was supposed to go to theaters 4 years ago. But I thought Zack Snyder reshot that stuff. I could be wrong.
A big Barry Allen scene was cut for the theatrical version, but now it's back so we can see
that
how
looks so cool.
The woman fated to one day steal his heart, Iris West, and set up the Flash solo movie. The Flash is still the.
I thought it was weird that he touched her hair.
Hero, like in the theatrical cut.
I did find it hilarious when he stole the hot dog.
In the Snyder cut, things like him tripping during the underground battle and Batman giving him a little pep talk are no longer there.
I think him tripping is still there. I could be wrong.
Which one? Moving on to Aquaman, there are a few more Atlantis-centric scenes in Snyder's movie. Most notably, a previously cut scene of Arthur meeting a long-haired Vulko. Overall, Aquaman is much more wild in the theatrical cut. Whereas he's a bit more brooding in the Snyder cut. Also, Mara's accent seemingly has changed between the two cuts. And she gets in on the R-rating fun by trying to bloodbend Steppenwolf. And then that was kind of cool. Whose entire story was rebuilt for the Snyder cut, positioning him as the heart of the story as Snyder originally intended. Overall, it's not just Cyborg's origin story that was missing from the theatrical cut, but also his key role in the breaking of the Unity, the full scope of the abilities he's been been blessed/cursed with by the Mother Box, and his relationship with his father, Silas Stone. Silas proves to be a key supporting character in the Snyder Cut. As we see more of his work at Star Labs, he lets the League pass during a new sequence where they infiltrate the facility. He sacrifices himself to mark the Mother Box,
which I feel like they shouldn't have showed that in the trailer.
A reporter for Cyborg that becomes the emotional bookend to their father-son story. Silas's lab mate Ryan Choi was cut.
I do wish Cyborg had his own movie first.
But comics fans know him better as the Atom.
Yeah. I didn't know who that was. But the way they were presenting it was obvious that he was a character in the comics.
Let's dig into the bad guys of the Justice League.
Yeah, Steppenwolf is like
bad DC has to offer, Darkseid. Whereas he wasn't even
he was mentioned
in
once in the original. I remember someone says Darkseid. I think it was Steppenwolf.
We learned about his history thanks to Wonder Woman, and that leads to a flashback of an epic battle.
Yeah, Steppenwolf
had replaced Darkseid with Steppenwolf for this battle, but now Darkseid is back as his younger self named Uxas in the comics. The flashback battle is longer, with some new moments of violence where he slices off the Green Lantern's and is defeated when he takes a
and then gets his ass beat. He's like,
shoulder from Ares. In the Snyder Cut,
I couldn't tell that was even Ares.
Killing on Apocalypse with Desaad and Granny Goodness. We learned about his goal to
Granny
obtain
Goodness.
the anti-life equation, and he even plays a role in the final battle as he witnesses the League's
He's just watching.
We also
some
see
Castlevania season 3 shit
showing
going on there.
Darkseid would devastate Earth if he were to turn Superman evil with the anti-life equation. As for Steppenwolf, in the theatrical release, his master plan is all his idea, seemingly, and his fear ultimately gets him killed by his own
parodies. I couldn't even tell if he got killed. I always thought he just went in the teleporter and he left.
We get a better sense of
he's
Desaad and later Darkseid himself, and then he gets sent back.
Yeah, then he gets decapitated, and he crushed his head. Oh my god. Even out that haircut,
Finally,
though.
Let's dig into the major differences of how each Justice League film ended. In the final battle, there are some moments from the theatrical cut that remained in the Snyder Cut, such as Bruce leading the parademons away and Arthur surfing down a building. But the Snyder Cut has tons of new action beats and plot twists, like Batman breaking through the barrier, Cyborg hacking the Mother Boxes, and Flash racing around and eventually...
Oh, the time travel segment was
also,
fucking awesome.
Yes!
Yeah! That's so dope. That was Age of Ultron to the max.
Flash race,
I actually like that one. It's better.
Was exclusive to the theatrical cut.
Yeah.
Both films have a stinger with Deathstroke meeting Lex Luthor, but in the theatrical cut, Lex is recruiting him for a new villain team, while in the Snyder cut, he's giving him.
I couldn't tell if the mustaches were in that shot.
Anyway. Batman, which was a setup for the Batfleck solo movie that has since been canceled. The Snyder cut also shows the Martian Manhunter introducing himself to Bruce Wayne. It also offers another glimpse of the nightmare future, featuring none other than Jared Leto's Joker, who was not originally part of the story and was added in reshoots.
I thought Martian Manhunter was also, but I guess I'm wrong. I'm gonna say I'm wrong.
And Joker a proper scene together. This scene is of course a follow-up to the nightmare dream sequence in Batman v Superman, and reportedly that apocalyptic reality was going to come to pass in the subsequent installments of Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy that, according to the director, he has no plans to complete. So the scene is essentially a little peek at what could have been for the DCEU. So those are the biggest changes we found between the two.
That sucks, but you know what?
What changes stood out to you the most? Let us know down in the comments. Be sure to check out our review.
I'm very excited for the Batman though, so I can't even be that upset, really, because that could have been cool. But at least we're getting good stuff. So.
From IGN.
All right, well, there you go. All right, that was actually a really well done video. There you go. Look at all these reviews. Deserves a cult following. I forgot about the Empty Man. There you go. That is that. I actually thought that was really well done. So good stuff, IGN. You did it. Good job. Hey, you made a great video. That was very well done. I do want to see more scenes, but I think that would probably be a bad idea to do as a video. You know, like scene by scene. I guess if you edit it well, it could be good. But yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun to watch. So yeah. I mean, I pretty much remembered most of that stuff. I feel like I could be wrong. I probably forgot some stuff, but I thought it was cool. Anyway, there you go. That's it. Yeah. Why not? Bye.